Bloody hell, lads. How are you? Chandra. I'm right at the Arctic Circle right now. Oh, close to the Arctic Circle in a town called Akureyri. Now, this is in the northern part of Iceland, 66 degrees north, just a few kilometers below the Arctic Circle, and that's the way you head north. The direction in which my hand just pointed right now. It's bloody freezing in here, so I'm not sure how long I can keep my camera out loud, or rather, my hands. But what you see, I'm right on the coast. On the other side, you see some of these mountains that extend all the way down south until Reykjavik, um, and all the way north in that direction until it just goes and crashes into the Arctic Ocean. So plenty of beautiful fjords out there that are formed. I'm not sure if they are as pretty as their Norwegian counterparts, but certainly worth watching when you're in here. A couple of these boats that you see to my left, whale watching. So ironically, I mean, yes, you've heard a number of these environmental organizations that speak a lot about, the protection of whales. They're limited in numbers. It's our duty to ensure that whale hunting is banned. But we do know for a fact that most of these Scandinavian countries, they are into whale hunting. I mean, take for instance, cured whale is the national dish of Iceland, and for a vegetarian like myself, first time I heard it, I completely barfed, and I'm sorry for all those who are offended by this statement. Fish, the stench of fish is horrible enough for me. Imagine how whales are likely to be. So, ensured that I maintained a minimum radius away from restaurants that were serving this. But the town of Akureyri that you see out there has a population of around 15,000 people. It's the capital of Northern Iceland. That's the way you head up north. You crash into the Arctic Circle within a few minutes. The temperature out here is, around about -6, -7 for the time being. And one of the reasons why it probably isn't as cold as you might imagine towns in such latitudes to be is because of the Gulf Stream of current that comes in from the Gulf of Mexico. And that brings in, a hot stream of air in this direction, and ensures the temperatures do not fall to extremely low levels, and that makes this place kind of inhabitable as compared to other towns in the same latitude. Another thing about this place is that it's around about the same size as cities like Nuuk, in Greenland. I had a colleague of mine from here who said he spent around 7 years in Greenland, and the air in Greenland is a lot more drier, which makes it a lot harder for the human body to recognize the fact that you're feeling cold. Because if there's a bit of moisture around, it makes your body realize that yes, you are feeling cold and you take the necessary protection. But dry air at that kind of temperatures is what they term a slow death. So fortunately, there's enough moisture around here because of the Arctic Ocean not being too far from here. Or we just dip our heads in the waters there. Yes, there's always a subway in some of these cities, more mountains on the other side. These are the shopping streets that you see to my right. It's a fairly small town. You've got most of these blocks located in and around this area. And I'm not going to make an attempt towards pronouncing most of these names. They're horribly hard to pronounce. Makes my surname as easy to pronounce as the word below. There's an Italian restaurant over here. Smoking. So what we're going to see shortly to our right is basically the major shopping street of Akureyri. That's the hotel in which I'm staying. Hotel Kia. Got a decent deal for around 70 euros a night. Right next to Hotel Kia is a Lutheran church built in 1940. So this is where people gather during Sundays for their masses. Christmas is up in the air. You can see a lot of these Christmas trees around. Just another 20 days to go. That's the main shopping street. Wow, find a bunch of kids coming in the direction. Looks like patrol time. Remember doing that as a kid when I was in school. Wonder how they brave this weather, but I'm sure they're used to it. This street up here is the major shopping district of. It's called. Oh, I'm not gonna make it a town. Just get there close. I'm Subok Costin of Minimik. Made a complete mess out of that. Tourist information, some logs. Wow. Wow, a lot of these kids coming in. Amazing. Sorry about that. Almost had a car bump into me there. Wouldn't want that happening, especially when I'm hardly covered on insurance. I'm not sure even if I am. Need to check my travel papers. But hopefully I don't run into trouble. Whew. That's a rough summary for you. That's how the town looks. There isn't too much else otherwise. We are at 66 degrees north. Extremely Arctic kind of a location, but the weather, as I said, isn't all that bad because of the Gulf Stream. So I'm going to come back to you with more information. Hopefully that steamer leaves for whale watching in a bit. I'm going to get into that, and hopefully I have some time to take a few pictures or even a video covering that expedition. See you soon then. Bye bye.